Alright y'all, this is Willie Bill. Today we got a Sea to Summit. Here we go, Sea to Summit again. Shoot guys, maybe you should start sending me some stuff. I'm doing an awful lot of reviews of your gear. This one here is a tarp poncho. It is apparently made of nylon. The reason I know that is because it says so on the bottom of the package. So, Sea to Summit. You did a real nice job labeling this product. I know what's in the bag. It is a tarp poncho. I know that you made it, and I know that it's made of nylon. Cool. It's a normal stuff sack. Got a normal apparatus here to release it. And what's inside here, funny, I actually used this recently. When I packaged it, I got a tip for you now. When you package it, you're gonna just stuff it in here. Stop this nonsense trying to roll everything and fold it. You never get it back in the sack. Do like you do with a sleeping bag. You just kind of grab fistfuls of it and throw it down in the bag. I packaged this bottom to top. So when I pull this out of the top, this is the hood. So if I needed to use this tarp poncho in emergency, I can just grab the hood and I can pull this thing out and I've got my orientation. The big problem with the poncho is just kind of like a big piece of material. And you turn it around trying to figure out how to get into it, where's the head hole, all that kind of thing. Now, because of the way I oriented it inside the pouch, I know where the top is. So you go ahead and grab it, pull it out of that sack. And out it comes. That's also convenient because the way the weather's looking right now, I might actually need this thing. What it got here is a giant blue tarp. It's got sides that are kind of like buttoned, just kind of barely. And then you've got little attachment points here. So if you need to use this as a tarp to try and cover a different area, you've got something you can stick it down to. This is a pretty handy feature if you're limited on what you're carrying. A lot of situations you don't have that much space, so you bring what you can. Now this thing, you put it on. I lost that head hole. You see what happens? You lose your orientation, that's everything. There's an armhole. There's an armhole. There's a head hole, and we're in the poncho. It's extra cool with the poncho. I can actually take this thing. I'm covering a whole chair with it. I'm covering my hat. I can tuck my arms inside it, I think. Yep. And I can just sit here and wait out a storm. I used this one time backpacking, and a big hailstorm came in. I put this over my knapsack. I crouched down by a tree and I just sat there till it passed. When it was all done, pop up, grab this thing, see if I can get back out of it. Oh no, Willie Bill's stuck. Don't worry, he will escape. Honor and truth will prevail. Or we might just suffocate inside this crazy poncho. Hey, it's like when I used to play fort when I was a kid. I'm just like inside here, I can see me, but I can't see any of you. This is actually pretty cool. I might just stay like this. I'd be dry. I could read a book. This is actually really excellent. That was a surprising outcome to the Sea to Summit tarp poncho. I did not realize that you could hide completely inside that thing. But now that I know that, I'm tempted to just do it. Like I was describing, let's see if we can get this thing in here the way I described. Here's the head. By the way, I have rain tested this thing. Like I just told you that story. I don't feel like spraying myself with a garden hose just for YouTube. And I don't feel like sitting out here if it starts pouring. Because one thing this Poncho does not cover is my camera. And I can't keep making videos for you if I ruin the camera. So, stuffing this thing back in the sack. There it goes. I got the hood hanging out here last. Hey man, as I've said in other reviews, if you've got gear and you just allow a little bit of extra space in your stuff sacks so that the user can actually stick the thing back in, we appreciate it. Thank you, Sea to Summit, for doing that. I've had gear where I can never get it back in the sack, and that's the worst. So I do appreciate that you do this for us. I know this thing will keep you dry, and it packs down. I mean, that's not like some super small thing, but it does a job. And that's a Sea to Summit tarp poncho. You need a poncho, seems like a fine option. That's it from me. Make sure you hit the subscribe, leave some suggestions down there in the comments, and do the follow on Instagram and Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Y'all have a good one, and be safe out there. Take care. You can use this as a pillow, I guess. Sea to Summit. More Sea to Summit.